Hey everybody, welcome to the all call. Sorry, we are a few minutes late letting you in. We have had a busy day and running a few minutes behind, so thank you for your patience. We're going to give it a couple more minutes before we get going, just to give a few more people a chance to join if they would like to. While we're waiting, if you could do us a favor and please change your display name to your full name and base. If you're unable to do that, if you could please add that information in the chat for us, then also mute your microphone. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started then. Today will be a little bit different. I am Andrew Kothlow. I'm your MEC Vice President. You have Toy Scott. She's your MEC Secretary Treasurer. We're both on the call with you today. Jen sends her apologies. We did not have a management meeting today, so we don't have any management meeting updates for you. And she is currently with the negotiating committee, doing some prep work for the start of negotiations. She will probably pop in for us for a few minutes just to give you an update on the negotiations end. And while today's all call is being recorded and will be posted, the portion with Jen and negotiations will not be posted. So we'll stop the recording for her to come in and share the negotiations portion. And any negotiation related questions that you have, we're going to ask that you save until one of the negotiations all calls. We will not be answering them live on a recorded forum. We don't record anything regarding negotiations. So if you have negotiations related questions, we ask that you save those and join one of the negotiations updates that are coming tomorrow and Friday. Cher, do you mind to drop the times for those in the chat for everyone? All right, well, if you're just joining us again, this is the all call with AFA. We ask that you please change your display name to your full name and base. If you're unable to do so, we're going to ask that you add it in the chat. So since we did not have a management meeting today, the all call today is going to consist of committee updates from a couple of our committee chairs that have joined us with us today. We will give you an opportunity to speak with them and ask questions of your committee. All right, lost my screen. Going back. So today on the all call, we're going to go over the mutual respect policy. You'll find it in the AFA Constitution and Bylaws, Appendix D. An introduction of the MEC and LEC officers, a committee chair update. I know we have uniforms and government affairs and EAP with us today, as well as the communications communications committee. And they will also be discussing the new email system with the communications update. So the mutual respect policy, the Association of Flight Attendants, CWA, is opposed to any discrimination based on age, color, disability, gender identity, or gender expression. Unacceptable behavior includes unwelcome physical, verbal, or nonverbal conduct, including the use of electronic communication, and any behavior that ridicules, intimidates, or is physically abusive or disruptive. What we ask of you is to treat everyone, including all AFA CWA members, leaders, and activists, as well as AFA CWA staff members and meeting guests with respect and dignity. As I mentioned, Jen Sala is your MEC president. She'll be on in just a few minutes. I'm Andrew Kofflow. I'm your MEC vice president. Toy Scott is your MEC secretary treasurer. The local council presidents make up the voting members of the MEC. So when you hear us discussing the MEC, we're usually talking about your LEC presidents, as they are the voting members of the MEC. The new emails are listed here. This is the Council 71, Denver, Dallas. You have Kathleen, Chase, and Ashley. If you are in Denver or Dallas and want to take a screenshot of this screen, now's the time to do so for their contact info. Council 79, you have Jake, New, and Cherie. I'll leave the screen up for just a minute so you can take a screenshot if you're in one of their councils for their new email addresses. Council 81, Ron and JD. Council 84, you have Wilmer, Misha, and Belinda. Council 85, you have Mike, Quentin, and Autumn. Council 86, you have Brianna, Suzanne, and Yazzie. Council 87, you have Ethan, Katie, and Cheryl. And I'll come back to this screen in just a few minutes. So we're gonna give you a few committee updates. We'll start with government affairs. Sherry, you ready?
Yes, I am. Good afternoon,
Hi,
everybody.
Sherry.
I hope everyone is enjoying this awesome day. Just a couple of things going on with government affairs. I know a lot of you are anxious about the FAA reauthorization bill. Congress has been out. They were in recess. They are back in this week. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks, we'll have some great news. Fingers and toes crossed, the FAA reauthorization bill will be passed. It does expire in September, so we don't want to drag it out. That's our hope. So hopefully that they're back this week, we can get a lot of the items that we had on there that passed the House to go ahead and pass the Senate. Another thing that's a hot topic for us is, as you guys know, Frontier has a unique situation when it comes to flight pack, but we want you to also know that your government affairs officers have now had an approved QR code. So it'll make it a little bit easier for us to be able to donate through Flight Pack. This is approved by AFA International. It was actually created by John Perry. So that'll be coming out to you guys within the next few weeks. And last but not least, I always want to leave on a good note. I want to say thank you to everybody who came out and supported the APFA and the United Airlines rally. So the solidarity was shown and they greatly appreciate it. I spoke to a couple of their MEC government affairs chairs as well. So thank you guys for all you do. That's all that I have, Andrew.
Thanks, Cher. Anyone have any questions for government affairs?
Hey, Cher, what is Flight Pack?
So Flight Pack is actually a contribution to the Political Action Committee. And as you know, well, you may not know, it's bipartisan. So we have Republicans and Democrats who support Flight Pack. And we need to keep those officials in office because they support aviation. So on the airline side, we actually contribute to Flight Pack so that when these litigators are up for re-election, we can actually contribute to their Political Action Committee. Totally separate from union dues, has nothing to do with union dues. My slogan is, I'll take $20, but I'll also take 2.
Cher, do you have your QR code to where you can drop it in the comments, or is that something you're gonna put on Facebook soon?
Nope, sure. Give me 1 second. I'll transfer it over right now.
All right, just a minute. She'll put the QR code in the link if you're interested in contributing to Flight Pack. You can follow that QR code to the link to sign up to contribute. Like she said, we can't take it from your paycheck. So it would be like a cash or credit or debit card that you'll have to contribute from. Any other questions for Cher? Awesome. Well, thank you for your time today, Cher. We appreciate your update. Where do you see Jen yet? Have you seen Jen?
No, Jen.
I'm
Oh.
here.
Oh, hi, Jen.
Hi.
I know you're busy, so I'm going to pause this recording for just a second so that you can. Chris, did I see you were in?
Yes, hello.
Hi,
I'm in
Chris.
Orlando for the in-flight base experience.
Oh,
It's
nice.
just concluding. So
Okay.
getting some latest and greatest info from in-flight. And the big takeaway is we're getting Fanta soda, Fanta orange, new catering products, and some other little things coming up. But that in any event, and more turns. So if everybody loves turns, it seems like the bases will get more turns coming up. As far as EAP, a couple of trends I wanted to discuss. If you're applying for a leave, whether it's an LOA, FMLA, emergency drop, or what have you, but you think you're going to get the leave approved and they've received it, but they haven't approved it, still call in for your trips. Unless it's on your schedule showing your leave, then if it's pending, don't assume that crew scheduling is going to take you off. So we do have a lag time between approvals and when the paperwork's sent in, but double check your schedule. If you're flying tomorrow and the leave's not approved, call in for your trip and let crew scheduling know that you applied for a leave, you're out on medical, and that but call in for it, and they'll be recoded once your leave's approved. We're having flight attendants assuming that the FMLA source got the paperwork that they're good to go. You're not until it's approved and you see it on your schedule. The other thing that's come up, it's kind of a constant, but if you're taking medication, you're under doctor's care, you have a prescription between 30, 60, and 90 days, you're good to go if something were to happen and you get a random and you're under the doctor's care and you're taking it as prescribed. What's happening is the medication's expired, your script is expired, and you're taking the medication 6 months, 9 months later, but you're no longer under doctor's care and the script is not valid. And that throws some people into the fact-finding meeting. It's not a good situation. So if you're taking a medication, you can call the AP and see what you're taking. But the main thing is it has to be the current script for that medication in your name. You can't take your roommates or your spouse's medication. And that seems to be one of the big things that trip flight attendants up. So if you do need to take a pain medication or anxiety medication or weight loss medication for whatever reason, make sure it's a current script. That's really important. Other than that, we've just been busy as everybody else, and I'll open it up if you have any questions from the EAP Pro Standard side today.
Thanks for all the great info, Chris, particularly about calling in if you're waiting on your leave to be approved. That's really great advice. Any questions from anyone for Chris and EAP? I will preface this before we start asking questions. It is a recorded forum, so let's be as generic as possible when asking EAP related questions. Don't get too
right.
specific. If you do, we're going to refer you personally to Chris.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you can always reach out to our new email or the 800 number and leave a message if you have something you want to contact us personally. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
We also have uniforms. Kathy, you around?
I am.
Hi, Kathy.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I had 4 or 5 things here to share with you. Polos, vests, and the black cardigans are currently in production and should be available by mid-October. Polos are gonna sell for $12.95. Vests are gonna be $47 and change. And all the sizes are gonna be the same price. So if you're an extra small or a 4X, you're gonna pay the exact same price as everybody else. So we like to think that's a little bit of a win for us. We expect HPI to ship test scarves and ties. Some of you may have seen that we're gonna be doing a test wear, just a very limited test wear on oblong scarves and clip-on ties, both in a new matte finish fabric. The testers have already all been selected. They're all awaiting their pieces. We do expect them to ship in the next 2 weeks. I spoke with the company regarding pants. I know that this is kind of a hot button item right now, as a number of the retail managers have started to enforce pants, that they're supposed to be HPI pants. I know they don't fit well. I've talked to the company. We're looking for additional sizes, maybe a petite cut for the ladies or a curvy fit. I don't have any more information other than that, but we are working on it. We do know that the pants just don't fit well. Many of you have asked about scarves for breast cancer awareness. Unfortunately, the scarf that HPI was able to create in time was not acceptable. They told me it was just ugly. I did not get to see it, but I'm gonna take Eric Selman's word for it. So as a plan B, they will be providing pink breast cancer awareness lanyards for all flight attendants. Those will be in the bases sometime after the 20th of September. Once again, size charts are on the HPA website. If you're ordering uniforms, I encourage you to have somebody measure you, get a tape measure, measure yourself, try to look at those charts and order according to those sizes. It helps us to be able to go back to HPI. If you're following those procedures and the uniforms still don't fit properly, we can go back and say there's a problem with the size chart or the uniforms themselves, and HPI can't really blame us. And that's about it.
Thanks for all the updates, Kathy. Really appreciate that.
Any questions?
Any uniform questions?
Yeah. Yes, Autumn. I'm showing Autumn and Alyssa.
Autumn,
Hi. Hi, had to mute myself. Hi, Kathy. I know that the fall and winter is coming up, or the fall is right here upon us. Has there been any talk of turtlenecks at all?
I have asked for turtlenecks, and the answer I got was
I'm sorry?
right now, they're not willing to explore any more additional pieces. With the vest and the new polos, and we're looking at gray skirts and pants and a gray shirt. So I asked about turtlenecks. I said it would be a really popular item, and they agreed that it wouldn't be difficult to add, but they're not willing to consider any additional pieces at this time. But
Okay, thank you.
I will continue to hound them on turtlenecks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Autumn. Alyssa.
Hi, yes. I had a question about the dress. Is there any light at the end of the tunnel of possibly getting a real true wrap dress, or no, is we're just stuck with this new one. I'll be nice and not really say how I feel about it.
This is the dress we're going to have for a while. They currently have over 3,000 pieces in stock, and they won't consider changing until that stock is depleted. We're in the process of adding a long sleeve version.
Oh, all right. All right, thank you.
Sorry, I know that wasn't what you wanted to hear, but
Yeah, or at least just another dress option. You know, there's just
Well,
that one.
they are not opposed to another dress option. I have talked to them about that, about doing another style, a different style. There's a lot of problems that go into a true wrap because of the way it fits and the concern of gapping in that. So I don't know that they will ever agree to an actual wrap dress, but they have talked about a second style of dress. But I'll be honest, it takes from the time HPI presents us with their initial designs till the time that that piece is available to be purchased is 12 to 15 months.
Okay.
So it's nothing that will happen next week or next month or next year even, but
Yeah.
it is something that has been discussed.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, sorry.
Thanks,
Okay.
Alyssa. Any other questions for uniforms? All right, thanks, Kathy. We appreciate the update.
No problem.
All right, Joy, ready for a communications update?
I am. I'm going to share my screen. Hi, everyone. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yay. Okay. So I'm gonna do a quick website walkthrough one more time and then also take you guys to the new contacts since we got new emails. This is our homepage. The all call link is reoccurring now, so you can just go to the homepage. This will always be the link. You'll never need to search through your email for that. Here are the links for the negotiation Zoom calls for the next 2 days. Upcoming ones, I cannot promise will always be on the homepage, but I will try to get them on the homepage. Click here if you need EAP help. Click here if you need to file a ticket. Click here if you want to request a mentor. And then other things down further, things that you might need to know, social media. All the way at the bottom, here's that hotline number. We just changed some of the options, the extensions, so make sure that you listen for your extension that you're looking for. Quick links to all the bases, quick links to some tabs in case you don't want to scroll all the way up like I am about to do. I will take you through some of the top committees. Let's see. Communications. Make sure you guys are wearing your pins, represent. That's how we communicate with each other. That's how we let our fellow crew members know that we are there for them. That's how we let the company know that we are united. And with contract negotiations coming up, that's how we are going to tell them that we are not going to take whatever they feel like giving us. We're going to take what we deserve. All call link is right here once again. Subscribe to newsletters. If you need to change your email or change your base, you can manage those options. Sign up for text alerts. And then new emails here. This takes you to the contact page. Oh, it's slowing down now. There we go. This is council by council. So make sure that you include all of this information when you're emailing or leaving a message on that hotline, your name, your base, your employee number. If it's regarding a pairing or a hotel, make sure that you are putting those things in there. If you need EAP help, make sure that you're saying EAP or whatever it may be. Please, please, please do not press 0 for aircraft emergency. We've had a couple people do that in the past couple of weeks. Aircraft emergency is something has gone terribly wrong on the plane. Please, please, please do not press aircraft emergency if it's not an aircraft emergency. Up-to-date emails, they're all afafrontier.org. Each council, I won't scroll through the whole thing, but they're all here. And this is, once again, I took you from the communications page, but this is actually the contact tab right here. So you'll click on that and it'll bring you to this page. More committees, EAP has some stuff going on. You can click here and get your EAP reps phone numbers. This is what they can do for you. We try to keep this up to date with new articles as they come. October's domestic violence awareness, holidays are coming up. So we try to keep that up to date. Sorry guys, I'm going really fast. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Government affairs, Cher just talked. Here's that QR code that she shared with you. A little more about Flight Pack. Please. Hotel, oh, grievance. Grievance important. Okay, that doesn't matter to you guys. Okay, you can click here to file a ticket. Some of the things that they help you with, emails. You can also file a ticket here. If you click on that, it'll take you straight to the ticketing site. Hotel, all of the emails. Here's the hotel list. It'll take you to myfrontier.org. This is not a secure website, meaning anyone can log on and see. So we took the hotel list off and now it's through myfrontier.org. If you need, you can contact your hotel committee and they will send you a hotel list if you would like that. After they verified your employee number. My Crew Care app, please, please, please download it. Sometimes you can get answers faster through the app than you would if you were calling crew scheduling. So we're asking that everyone does that. And then for company reimbursements, that'll take you to myfrontier.org, but some of us have paid for Ubers or hotels or whatever. So reimbursement, get your money back. And also another link to file a ticket if you have a contract violation. Membership engagement. Order some swag. This tells you where to get your pins from. Council 81 Atlanta and Council 85 Trenton Philly both have forms that you can fill out to request your swag items. Most other councils just are in their V files. And then you can take some surveys if you have some extra time. Help us get to know you guys. Mentor. Just a reminder, mentors are not just for new hires. If you've been here a year, if you've been here 5 years and you just need some guidance, or maybe you've been out on a leave for a little bit and you're getting the swing of it, you can always request a mentor. You might just need a friend too. So request your mentor here. They get back to you relatively quickly. Give it about 3 days. New hire, reserve, a little more details about them, but big thing is request your mentor, that form right there. Scheduling. You can click here for line bidders, click here for reserve. Don't forget about those red eye preferences. Kim sent out an e-line a couple weeks ago, giving you an update. Here are all your scheduling contacts. in case you ever want to figure out why you didn't get something that you bid for or how to bid a little better. They always do it during bidding week. So starting today, you will have people in your crew rooms available to help you guys bid. Sorry. And then we'll take you through negotiations. Here's your negotiations committee. That survey, please, please, please. We've had around 800 of us fill out the survey. There is 3,500 of us. Everyone, please, please, please fill out that survey. It's your birth date and your employee number. It takes about 10 minutes and we figure out what we need to fight for in our new contract. Ways to stay up to date. Make sure that your dues are current. If you are not current in dues, you will not be able to participate in the surveys and voting for the contract, things like that. Sign up for newsletters. We try to get you things through newsletters relatively quickly in real time. Sign up for your text alerts. And then here, once again, are the links for those 2 Zoom meetings tomorrow and Friday. So anytime there's a major negotiations update that we can update you on, it will be here on this page. And then lastly, I will take you to the calendar. Here's the calendar for the month. This month, we are wearing the remembrance pins for 9/11. Hispanic Heritage Month starts on the 15th. Then we will start wearing the Hispanic Heritage pins. Here are the dates and times for bidding help, along with the links on your contact information. Once again, all call first Wednesday, and then Wings of Sobriety. EAP has a couple meetings weekly that you guys can go to if you need. That is it for me.
Thanks, Toy. Any communication related questions for Toy?
Sweet. All right. Sorry, I was talking so fast. Feel free to email me communicationsmec@afafrontier.org if you need anything.
All right, friends, that's what we have for you today. Thank you for joining us. Since Jen's not here, we're open to some questions without the management meeting. I know everybody really loves hearing from Jen and management meetings and the conversation that spurs. Unfortunately, that got pushed because of the road show today. So we will have the management meeting on the 11th. And Jen will send out an E-line update after to update you on what was discussed in the management meeting. But any questions before we sign off?
Hi, Andrew. It's Sherry Chadwick. Real quick, I hopped on late.
I did
So-
not see you down there. I'm so sorry, Sherry. Welcome.
hon,
We'd love
no
an update from you too.
No, really, it's short and sweet. You know, the too hot, too cold still going on, APU issues, the 1, 2, or 3 particular aircrafts with lav problems. So Jen and the MEC, they're all over trying to figure that out. So Cher, I don't know if you talked since I missed you, just more about the legislation with the too hot, too cold, right? Just keep the data coming. It's not just us participating, right? It's all AFA carriers, and it may not be the number that you like as far as 82 degrees or 85 or 70. But we're trying to get an AFA number to take to legislation. So, which I think, Cher, I want to say 82. It might be as high as 85, but we're starting somewhere. So that's kind of just what's been going on really this summer. is the APUs and then the, hot aircraft. The soft blocking, we're still pushing for. It's still been promised, still not happening. But that's not off the table for, coming up. As far as ASAP, I just wanted to add, thank you for your reports. Oh my gosh, we are just, we're over 100 every month, which is 80 used to be about the average. So we're getting a lot. However, please keep in mind if you're writing up like the last row of that 321NX or life vests or something's going on, it's not necessary nor needed to have one report from every one of the flights you've flown for the month, if that makes sense. We all know it's a pain. Now, if you have a particular incident that happens that's unique, but if you're just kind of doing a general safety concern, please just refrain from yourself doing 20 reports for the month, because that just really just skews our data. To be honest, we're like, well, we had 100 reports, and they're like, yeah, but 80 were from the same person. So if you guys could, now don't hesitate to ask your crew to write it up, that's fine. But if you guys could spread the word that we love the data, but unless there's something unique, the safety concern is documented, and it will skew it if it's from the same person, if that makes sense. So that's about it, Andrew, if anybody has any questions. Otherwise, not too crazy, fingers crossed.
Great info. Thanks for that, Sherry. Any questions for the safety committee? Any questions for your MEC officers? All right, well, tune in. Let me share my screen. The next all call will be on October 4th. Troy showed you where to find the links in afafrontier.org. They're always going to be posted there. It's the same link every month. Here's some contact information if you want to take a screenshot of that so you have your base's email addresses. And like I said, Jen will send out an update after the management meeting on the 11th via an e-line. And then we will see you back here at 6 o'clock on the 4th for another all call.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
All right.